my Facebook page. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Can I post it to mine too? I can share from yours, right?
Heck yeah. Folks, we are live. We are live. It's the Mighty Late Show with your hosts, Mr. Otto Walker, Rachel, and Mighty Mike McGee. We did it. Well, that's the end of the show, folks. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you showing up. I'm just kidding. That was such a good show. Oh, gosh. We nailed it. Nailed it.
It was good.
It was so good. The fact that we can put on a show of this magnitude together, folks, just makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Here, let's do this. Oh, there we go.
That's cool. You can see my kid in the background.
Oh, look. And your shoulders. Ooh. Hi, Otlizelle. Good to see you, buddy. He just looks like seriously looks like you have like a buddy over hanging out. Like he's grown. He's grown.
Yeah,
he's got 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, he's growing up there. That kid growing up, talking a lot of trash these days. Not cashing checks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
My parents used to say, "You only can talk trash in this house if you're cashing a check and paying rent."
Fair enough.
I wish we had rules like that in my house. Everybody talks shit to each other all day long.
That's just kind of how it should be, you know? Like, let's talk shit, folks. Let's talk shit.
How are things going with both of you?
I tell you, I mean, life is crazy, but it's, and I'm sure you guys can feel where I'm coming from when I say like life is crazy, but it's also very slow. Yes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
life is crazy, but it's also like there's no rush, you know?
Yeah.
The toxic air outside is keeping us from a lot of outside activities. Kind of in a good way. I felt like the universe was like, "Hey, y'all getting too mixy right now. Put your ass down. Like, y'all doing too much right now."
Whoa. Okay, Otlizelle. All right.
Otlizelle likes my jokes.
He does.
It wasn't even a joke. I wasn't saying.
Wasn't even a joke.
No, not even a joke.
You were just living life right then.
Yeah, just
that's
like,
what was happening.
This is what's happening.
Yeah. Rachel, you were going to say something. What were you going to say? Whoa. Speakers.
Sorry.
Bill Maher has this, like, it's a really old Bill Maher joke that prison is like long stretches of boredom punctuated by moments of sheer terror. And like, that's pretty much, I mean, that's how I used to describe the caravan.
Whoa, you said it as I put up the background.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a long stretches of nothing and then like something crazy would go down. And that's like that's how I feel about this the last 6 months, you know, where just these stretches of like boredom, of like slow time, like you said, and then like these like huge anxiety ridden chunks of amazingness.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I am on COVID quarantine right now.
Oh no.
How did that happen?
Well, I was going to do a family trip to LA, very like carefully, safely planned out, and about 90 minutes into the drive this morning, I started coughing like crazy, like gnarly chest cough. I'm 99% sure it's the smoke and ash we've been inhaling for the last 3 weeks, but I don't know. And
you got to be careful.
You can't risk it. You can't risk it. You know, it's like, it's so, you know, part of you feels so dumb for like, I'm totally overreacting. I'm like, you know, that's like half of the brain. And then the other half is like, if you go down there and you infect your family and you have this and you infect your family and somebody fucking dies, you know what I mean? It's like, there's like this huge moral responsibility, you know? So I literally 90 minutes into the drive, I had to be like, Aria, buddy, we're turning around. And she was like, no. I mean, it was like just, she was so crushed. But I went to Kaiser and I did the nose thing, and now I'm gonna wait 3 to 6 days and go from there. And
I mean, if you get your test results back, you go take that drive anyway. Better be safe than sorry. Better be like, that when you go visit your family, that like that you didn't bring an issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
Exactly. And then to be so careful and then be like careless about something like that, just see.
Yeah. It makes no sense.
But yeah, so I was gonna do the show tonight, like from the pool.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
I was gonna show you guys the view from the Palisades of like smoke, but
of smoke.
There's kind of a palm tree. If you look,
like,
smoke.
Check out our regional fire.
You kind of see Topanga Canyon, but no, yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't think I have it, but
Yeah, I mean, I would much rather that you didn't have it and you got stuck indoors longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I want to say hi to Brian, Cisco, and Noggin.
What's up, Brian and Noggin?
Hi,
Noggin says he loves us.
That's what's up.
Brian
I like
Cisco
Noggin
says
too. His caricatures of me are amazing.
There was a moment where I thought I might have it too, but it actually turned out to be an infection. That was not I'm diabetic, so I get infections like twice a year essentially, and they're not fun. But it was back in, I want to say, June, when it was 98 degrees for like 9 days straight, and we had that heat wave back in June, and it was just gnarly. And all of a sudden I got up one morning, I was doing my work, writing up my column for the Metro, and then like somewhere around the last hour of writing, I started to feel very nauseous and lightheaded and just not well at all. And I ended up with, like, within an hour, I had like a fever of 103. And so I laid down, and when I woke up, I felt just as bad. And I locked my cat and myself in my room because I put a little TV stand out in my hallway, and I instructed my housemates. I was like, one, I need you to take that 5-gallon jug and go fill it with water, put it on my table out in the hallway. Don't touch my door or my doorknob. Text me when you leave stuff on the table, because I am self-quarantining in my bedroom. I will notify everyone 20 minutes before I leave my room so that everyone can go into their rooms. It was just like I was trying to think ahead. Like, if I'm sick, I need to make sure that my household does not get sick. And it is possible, but very difficult, and it's I mean, like, I have a friend who lives in Santa Cruz or in the hills somewhere. And she got COVID, and her was living with her partner, and he couldn't go anywhere near her for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. She took their bedroom. He had to sleep in the living room, and he never once got it. He was living with someone with coronavirus, and he didn't get it. He didn't catch it because they were vigilant, because they took care of each other. He provided her, he provided all her food and stuff and left it at the door, and just avoided that space whenever she was in it, and it is possible, but very difficult.
Yeah, my friend Jenna go live in their RV for a week. Like, luckily they have an RV, and she just went in there until she got her test results back. But people are figuring it out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing too now. Like, if you want to go on a date, I saw a friend of ours, Cynthia In Public, put together this how to date in COVID thing, which I thought was really cute. And she posted on Instagram, and one of the things on there was like, before you go on a date, you'll get tested, and then do a Zoom date first. And I'm like, yo, these younger people were smarter than me, because I would have been just mixy. I would have been out here like, all right, let's go on a date, holding hands, sweating, spitting in their face. No, not like that, but I didn't think about all that stuff. But now it makes sense. Like, yeah, it might make sense to get tested, and while you're there, get your STD test as well. Then you can like walk and have like certified papers or like a wristband or something. And then it's like, hey, we can get down in Funky Town. Did you get tested? And they'd be like, no. And then you'd be like, all right, I gotta go now.
Dude, it's gonna be they have the fancy tests. Like if you're partying at the Hamptons, they have the expensive tests where the results only take 30 minutes.
Wow.
So
you know what? So when I was concerned that I might have it, and realized that it was actually just an infection, and that all I needed was some antibiotics, I went to Valley Medical Center over on Bascom, and my housemate dropped me off, and I packed a bag because I thought I was going to be staying overnight. But they weren't having it. Valley Med was like, there was one nurse who was just annoyed with me that I was even there. And I'm like, my leg hurts. I have an infection. Like, come on, I was concerned that it might be COVID. So they did a test. They're like, have you been tested yet? I said, no. And like, okay, we're going to go ahead and test you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And it was kind of weirdly daunting to know, like, ooh, I'm about to find out,
Yeah.
Like, what do I do if it is a yes? Well, they probably wouldn't let me go at that point, So they do the test. They give me an IV of antibiotics, and then like 11:30 at night, they're like, all right, you can go. You're fine now. You're chock full of antibiotics and some super antibiotics, and we've given you some pills. So get out of here. We need this space for somebody who's actually sick, And
they ain't playing at Valley Med.
They're not playing at Valley Med. They're like, it's the Greyhound of hospitals. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, get up, go. Like put mud on it and get out of here.
When the kid broke his arm, it was like early on in the COVID, or early in the COVID crisis when kids were still in school. He broke his elbow, and we had to go in there, and they told us, like, if you have a friend or family in a hospital, only one person could be in there during the time. And then he had to have surgery. We had to be there overnight. They wouldn't let either, like, me and Nana had to go in shifts to be in the room with him while he was there. So they weren't playing at all. And there was this one time where I left and I came back, and it was like a different shift of people. And I'm coming in through the hospital, Black dude, and there's this police officer that clearly was just kind of like phoning it in, and he didn't even get up out of his seat. And I was like, hey, I'm here, I gotta go upstairs, my kid's in surgery. And he's all, you can't come in here. He didn't even listen to what I said. He's like, you can't come in here. And I'm like, look, B, like, my kid's upstairs, da da da. And then the nurses came around and were like, oh, yeah, he was here earlier. And he was like, are you sure? And they were like, yeah. And you know what I mean? Like, like, he gave him that look of like, are you really sure you want to deal with this individual? And then at that point, I got pissed. And then I just got real quiet, because that's the thing. That's a little trick you have to do as a person when you get really angry. If I get really angry, the scariest thing is to see someone simmering quietly. That's what I do.
You're a simmerer. But it's rare though. Like, I feel like you simmering is so rare. Like, you're not gonna be, you have no ill will. You know what I mean? And that's the thing.
The thing that angers me the most, though, is like when people think I have ill will and I don't have ill will at all. And it's like, where did this assumption come from? What at what point did my behavior make you feel that I was in it to set you up instantly? Like I have time in my day to like plot against you. Who has time for that? Especially now during COVID or anything. Like, who has time to plot like that deep? And I get it. There's people out there that do that, but that's not me. I got other shit going on, and you go to the hospital and you want to see your kid and all that stuff. So they made me wait there the half an hour or 45 minutes for Nana to figure out that she had to come downstairs, and we had to switch in front of the nurse and the cop. And then and I'm texting her and I'm saying, hey, this is like a serious situation. They're not going to let me up without you coming down here. Where in previous exchanges, I can go up there, we can both have a moment with him together, and then she can bounce out. But they weren't allowing that anymore because the shift change or whatever. And this cop was just, because of COVID, as my kid says. So it's just like, ugh. But I understand, like, at that time, it was like a lot of unknowns. There was a lot of like, that was like late March. No one really knew how bad it was going to get. So you got to like, they were being extreme, and they're still on those same protocols now because, we're a hotbed of people not following the rules.
Yeah. The thing that blew my mind when I got tested was that they let me go. They tested me, and I was there for maybe another hour and a half, and then they let me go. And when I got home, I had a voicemail waiting for me from the doctor who was taking care of me, and she was like, "Hey, we got your test results." It had been 2 hours, and they're like, "We just want to let you know, like, you're negative for coronavirus." I was like, "Oh, cool! Wow, that was quick." She goes, "Yeah, they must have expedited it because I was in the hospital." Yeah. Kathy said, "For real, Valley Med has been serious about all this. My brother was stabbed by a homeless guy, and we couldn't go in to see him. Had to wait until release. He's fine, but that was shocking in April of really what we're up against." Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, if you have to go to the hospital, that's how you know COVID's real. Like, no joke.
Yeah.
Crazy. River Black says, "Miss you guys."
I'll miss you, River.
We miss you too, bud. Big time.
Miss everything.
But that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. That's why this exists. We want something that feels, it's like it's never going to be normal. Normal, whatever was February, doesn't exist anymore. That is not a thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be new normal from here on out. And it's like for the longest time there, I was thinking, it was like, oh, all my shows that I used to produce, am I going to keep producing them? It's like, this is the only one I'm interested in doing online for the most part, because I think it translates to the internet really well, really easily. I do miss the desk, but it's they're here. I do have them. I need to remember to put them on.
The second half of the show. It's not the second half of the show yet.
It's not, I know, but I'm showing that I have them and that they're ready to go for the second half. But what is the second half? I guess 9:00 is the second half.
Yeah, probably.
There's no demarcation. I feel bad too because I think Wonder Dave invited me to whatchamacallit.
Nerd Rage?
No, it's not Nerd Rage. It's the other one he does. Lit Pop.
Like the
Literary Pop.
Literary Pop, yeah.
Yeah. I think that one's happening as we speak. I think they started at 7 though. But that's the thing though. It's like, there's always another show going on while yours is going on. Always.
100%.
But yeah, so should we I think we're gonna have a Mondo. I think Mondo's gonna be joining us as a guest. He's not here yet, but he should be. I'm just announcing to those watching at home.
Mondo
we may. Wow. Gosh, Domino and the Derelicts don't even need him anymore now that they have you and no gear. Yeah, you don't even need to carry anything. Just a microphone. That's all you need. Pretty good. Not too shabby.
Good. Yeah.
I'm gonna try this background. How does this feel? How does this one feel?
I like black.
Yeah.
No. This one right here.
Oh, there you go.
More caravan.
Yeah. I figure might as well have some caravan backgrounds,
Yeah, I love that, dude.
It's like you never left, Rachel.
The boss is saying hopefully January at this point. That's kind of the guess.
I see, and I wonder about that because I feel like isn't that when like everyone gets most sick?
Yeah, I mean the way I'm looking at it is, if Biden gets elected, he takes office on January 20th.
Uh-huh.
We do a countrywide mask mandate starting from the end of January, federal mask mandate. I'm thinking April at the early.
Yeah.
So,
right.
I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. If Trump gets reelected, which I don't know if you saw the people running to get to the front of his rally in Nevada today, the thousands of people, it's scary that it's even a fucking question.
Well, I mean, he might be losing numbers due to Sturgis and rallies in general because those fools are getting COVID.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of them are getting it and then giving it to vulnerable people.
That's the problem.
That's the problem,
Yeah.
Just
I mean, yeah, I feel like there's every possibility in this. We need to play out every possible scenario and look at it as, yes, it is possible, but then that means that the fight never stops, know?
Yeah, I'm ready for the fight, bro.
Yeah. I think we're all
ready. Get ready. I'm telling everybody.
I've been watching
ready.
I've been watching Hamilton. I am ready to rise up.
Yeah, let's go.
Broadway. Thank you.
Hamilton. I haven't seen it.
Oh, dude, I've seen it literally I've watched it at least 30 or 40 times. And it's so funny because I got to see it on Broadway in 2017 because my brother did it for 3 months. He played King George and he made sure we all flew out. And I saw it then and I was blown away by the level of everything, but I didn't really appreciate it. So I got to watch it a couple times. And because when you're at a Broadway show, it's so overwhelming, it's like,
yeah,
it's right there.
And then, the lighting's amazing and the dancing's amazing and all the performers are amazing. The set's amazing. And then your brother comes out and he's so I was just kind of in awe and crying during, I'm so proud, a lot of proud tears.
Sweet.
So, but yeah, I've been watching it way too fucking much, way too much. We need to have a Hamilton intervention for me.
Yeah.
I think you post that 3 days in a row, watching Hamilton again.
Yeah. I don't know.
I get it.
Escapism at this point,
Yeah,
I get it.
I'm just doing my best trying to stay off eHarmony.
See that, and how you are with Hamilton, Rachel, is how I am with Coyote Ugly. I just can't stop. I'm kidding. It's stupid joke, just a dumb joke.
I love that movie, man.
Oh, but if you're into watching fun stuff, one of my favorite new series is Lovecraft Country. It's pretty good on HBO.
Now, I wanted to ask you, Atu, because I've seen a handful of reviews now, and everyone's saying it gets horrible. The first 2 episodes are good, it draws you in, and then the last 2 of the season are just horrible. The story changes so drastically, and have you watched the whole thing?
No, they haven't released everything with that one.
I've heard that after the second episode, there's just this the I don't know. I've just read people are not enjoying it. They're surprised at how bad it is.
I've heard both. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. So I'm just curious as to how much of it you watched.
From my perspective, if you think about it as a science fiction situation, it's a science fiction where the black characters are the heroes, which never happens in science fiction. There's probably 2 other books that have come out where the black people were the heroes in the science fiction thing, and it had to do with time travel and a bunch of other stuff. But so for me, it's something I have to watch, I guess. But I like science fiction.
Me too.
I like all the occult and mystery kind of stuff. I like film noir. I like that kind of where there's a puzzle involved kind of situation. Like you don't know really what's going on.
Right.
But if you're describing a series that had a lot of potential for greatness, and then they just fucked off the last 4 or 5 seasons, was definitely like True Blood. Like True Blood was like good in the beginning, and then it like peaked in the middle, and then just got steadily like what? And you're just like they're just doing too much. So I can see the potential for it, but like that's if you don't have a show where the book is a basis or something like that. I feel like if you have a show that has a book as a basis, at least you have a place to go. And I think that's what saved Game of Thrones until the last 2 episodes, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Game of Thrones was good until the last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones, and then you're like, okay, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's over.
I mean, the era of like let's ruin a show so that we can end it, you know. I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. You know, it's like there's a huge part of me that's really hoping like there isn't a second season of Watchmen because that singular season was so good. You know, they're just going to ruin it. You know, like they're just going to ruin it.
And I think that's why the creator, the showrunner the creator and the showrunner kind of stepped away and was like, I don't know if we're going to bring it back because. Why? Because it was nearly perfect at the end, and everybody was just kind of like, "Oh, okay, Regina Davis is God now. Cool, I'm good with it. Let's go."
Regina King.
Regina, she's the king. Yeah, I'm loving it.
I love her.
Yeah,
she's awesome.
She was fantastic in it.
We've been watching her since she was like a child. Like
7.
Like,
I love it.
7 was dope, dude.
That was such a good show. It's such an underrated, underrated show.
No, it's
Mary.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, Mary.
Jackie.
Mary.
Jackie Harry.
I love her.
So great. And then like
exactly the same. By the way,
yeah.
Like she looks exactly the same as she did in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty.
I love it. She was better than Kramer any day. Any day she's better than Kramer walking in the house for no reason. Mary, love it.
Dude, so good.
So we have confirmation that Mondo will be joining us at 9 p.m.
Wonderful.
Yeah, baby.
That'll be good.
We're going to talk about the local music scene and how coronavirus is affecting it. And then, so do we want to hit Hella News now? It's 8:30. This is
Hella News. Why not?
Let's do some Hella News over here. Hella for days. All right, let's. Here we go. Hella News number 1. Will San Jose drop protester charges?
Yeah, this is an article that came out on San Jose Inside back on September 8th or 9th. This whole situation, so I was reading this article, and the thing that kind of bugged me a little bit about this is San Jose Inside had hit up the mayor's office like around September 3rd or something like that. And they asked the mayor's office, hey, are you guys going to drop charges? Because the day before, the mayor posted that he was out like during the time of, or this thing, the mayor posted, or it came out that he was riding his bike after curfew.
Mm-hmm.
So if the mayor is riding his bike after curfew and doing whatever, then how are you guys going to start charging people for these curfew violations and shit? And so my whole thing is like, all right, and then they scrambled around and was like, well, no, we're not going to charge everybody. And then they're only going to be charging, it looks like according to the article, they're only going to charge people that had pre-existing charges, or they have, I don't know.
Basically, it's the rules of violating curfew, which means if they were out after curfew doing hinky things, if they were destroying property, if they were just out protesting after curfew, so then they can charge them. But like if people are just walking down the street minding their beeswax or whatever, you can't charge them, and that's one of the things that they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they were like running up on people and charging people just because they were out.
yes, exactly. And let me say this, and not this article that you sent me, but when it happened, I saw the whole thing about Sam Licardo, and it was some kind of bicycle app that he was on, and he was riding his bike. Yeah. So it's public, so everybody can see. And his comment was like pretty shitty of like, well, I was out like 5 minutes past curfew, blah, 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 and it's just that exceptionalism of the rules don't apply to me. You know what I mean? Like that kind of his comment was it just kind of hit me wrong. It was snarky. And
I also feel too like, one, like it's always going to be snarky from anyone who, started their career as an attorney. But I also feel as though, especially if you start as an attorney and then end up in politics, I think, yeah.
Isn't that all of them? Isn't that like all of them? They all start out as like, and then a little bit of like, self-righteousness because of, how they were raised and
I know a very nice lawyer.
Yeah, but are they in politics though?
No, he's like an environmental lawyer.
Exactly.
Exactly. I like that dude.
I feel like
too. Jeff Trenchard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, we do know Jim. Jim is a lawyer. That's right. I worked with a lawyer, and he trained under lawyers and got his law practice. And he never finished college. Never went to law school. So and he passed the bar on the first try. That's pretty dope.
Nice.
I like lawyers like that.
Yeah, that's
Matt shouts out to Adam. I'll let a player.
I think that at this point, I think dropping the charges, which is happening all over the country, by the way, they have to drop the charges because one, it's all politically motivated, right? And so then if you have these very left-leaning politicians pushing to get these people like they're gonna lose their spot in city council, they're going to lose their spot, where have you, like come the next election, people aren't going to forget. This is not the time to be making enemies with the people who are on your side.
The thing that bothered me about this whole situation is that they took so long to try and figure out what it is that they're going to do it. Like they're now making.
I think they realized that there was nothing they could do.
I don't know. I think there was some intent to charge everybody.
There absolutely was.
I feel like there was that. And then after it came out that the mayor was out on his bike, then they realized, if we charge everybody, then we're going to have to charge him too.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I think that also is that there were probably a ton more people who got swept up in that. Beyond the mayor. I think that there were a number of people who were just like, I'm just walking my dog. I'm just out doing, I didn't realize there was a curfew, and the legality of a curfew is also in question.
Right.
Can you honestly say like, because essentially what it is the decree is the whole city is under curfew, but the issues they're having with protesters is just in this corridor, just this one section of the city. So to implement a rule across the city, an ordinance that is temporary across the city for a small, tiny fraction of the actual city itself is asinine. It makes no sense whatsoever.
I love that word.
Especially,
this speaks to a deeper issue too of, this is just one example of people changing the law to suit them. We have a right to peacefully protest at any fucking time during the day that doesn't like affect a noise curfew. You know what I mean? Like we have a right. And so to change the laws so that what we are doing is now illegal is very old hat. It's a very old trick. And it's all about, first of all, it's unethical. And second of all, it's all about control, and it's, it's garbage. It's one of those tactics that they use to keep the man down. I'm tired of them keeping the man down.
Wait. We got to keep the man down.
No. Not that man, the good man.
The man is keeping us.
Man, we talking about? Because I want the man, the motherfucker, to sit there his ass down.
Hamilton.
Okay, cool. The Hamilton reference.
Manelton.
Oh, good.
Watch it so hard, then you guys will see.
Yeah. All right. Topic number 2. How many Orange Sky references can you produce? So we've had a week of just So what happened? So a meteorologist described it as the smoke got so high that it was in our upper atmosphere, and that's why it coated our whole region with orange.
Which is also why we couldn't smell it too.
Right.
Yeah, why we couldn't smell it. Why it looked like, I don't know, all those post-apocalyptic movies, or we're on Mars. Some people put out we're on Mars and all this and that. Like, yeah, there was a bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked really bad the other day. Like that first day, it looked real bad. Like it really felt like, I don't know if you've seen it, but people have been posting like their images of like images, with the Blade Runner soundtrack. And it fits so perfectly. It's so eerie. Like, and I felt shitty the whole day.
Yeah.
Like the whole day, I just felt really shitty because it messed with my, like, if I went outside with glasses on, it messed with my vision. Like I couldn't see, like everything seemed like it was like almost like it was like jittery, you know? Like I don't know why.
Oh, wow.
But the way the light was really messed with my eyesight. And if I stayed outside too long, I would get a headache. Probably also too because of the pollution. I mean, like, granted, we couldn't smell it, but the air was definitely the air is still horrible right now. Like we're at I'm looking at the our nearest air pollution air quality index, which is on Jackson Street. I think it's really close to Roy's Station Coffee House. And it's right now it's at 170, and normal or good is below 50. So we're in the like a very unhealthy range. Now, granted, there are places in the world that are at 800 right now. So you know, but it's pretty gnarly. We got a hi from Cynthia.
Yay!
Yo, what's cracking, Cynthia?
Cynthia, we're just sitting here. I'm just eating some peanut butter.
Nice.
We're just running a show.
Peanut butter sandwich.
The little dude wants his peanut butter sandwich. Yeah, buddy. You know, I haven't had one of those in years, but like, yeah, I was really freaked out because you know how when you wake up in the morning and you like, one of those things that I like to do is wake up and kind of look outside. Yeah. I woke up and I had no idea. No, obviously, no. You know, maybe I don't watch the news. Like I don't watch the news like a 70-year-old man. I don't do that
yet.
Not yet. I haven't. My mom watches the news and then calls me and tells me what the news is. That's my.
I would watch that show.
You know I would definitely watch that show.
Can you have her call me after she calls you?
Have my mom call you and tell you what the news is.
She likes
It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun theorizing with my mom, and she did call me that day, and she was like, you know, this is like you know, if this is the end of the world, I just want to tell you that I love you.
I you know, you gave me an idea, Atu. The way we can combat Fox News is just get moms to like report
moms
the news
the Fox news.
And instead of calling it Fox News, we call it Cougar News.
Ooh,
okay.
With that energy.
Keep it with the animals, you know?
That's right.
Cynthia says, this is so cool. I like that the FB comments pop up. How meta was that? How meta is that? And then she also She also says, also, the orange skies are nature warning us that we must repent our ways, reduce, reuse, recycle, and plant some trees, and dismantle capitalism and the patriarchy. Cynthia, that's a big grocery list.
Work on that right now.
I want to add another R to your reduce, reuse, recycle. And this is one that I learned at a Waste Zero workshop, and that was refuse. Refuse that's a big one. That's because that's the first one, right?
Yeah,
so you refuse it first. If you don't need it, if it comes in a packaging that you don't need, then don't take it. Then if you do, then reduce, then reuse, then recycle.
There's a law in Santa Clara County. In fact, if you bring your own container to a restaurant, they have to use your own container if you want to use it to put the
Probably
food
not at this moment. Probably not right now. A lot of things have been screwed up. Like I was thinking about the other day, VTA, the Valley Transit Authority, recently, this time last year, they were beginning their new campaign to get people to ride the bus. And they spent millions of dollars on a new bus campaign to roll out the new schedule, the new routes, this and that, what have you. And what happens 3 months later? No one. Like very few people are riding the bus. Like it was easily one of the, they're not the only service that did a major ad campaign to try to get people to utilize them more. But I will say this, that they definitely are not benefiting from that ad campaign at this point. And I was a part of that ad campaign, it was.
I remember.
I like pictures of you all.
I like seeing you at the bus stops everywhere.
Yeah, me too. I like that too.
Under my bed right now.
Big old Mike head.
Yeah, I know. What's interesting too is I got in the mail one day, I got this giant cardboard tube. And I was like, what is this? I didn't order anything this large. And it was 2 of those bus posters sent to me from VTA. So I have these massive bus posters with my face on them under my bed right now because I have no idea where to put them.
Where would you
if I was you, I'd be like, put that on the door to my house.
I've thought about it. Trust me, Atu. I have thought about it. But I feel like there's already so many images of me in my house that my housemates have to deal with because people paint my face or they draw my face. Right. I actually have a sketch of me on a microphone my buddy Patron drew during the open mic in Fountain Alley that I was doing. And there was a point where Rachel and Aria were walking by and they came to say hi. And I said, hi, Aria. And my friend wrote that in the sketch. So it's me yelling, hi, Aria.
I love that. I did not know
That's pretty dope.
I have Noggin at I have Smart from Noggin, and Richard Bustamante drew a picture of me without skin. Do you want to see a picture of me without skin?
Yes. But only a picture, not the actual.
Let me see if I can turn it around. Can you turn this around? No. Okay, I'll turn this around. This is my art. So that's a noggin in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
That's Oscar, the South. And then that's me without skin.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Huh?
That looks pretty cool, yeah.
It is cool. I like it. That's a Richard Bustamante original.
He got your hair. You got your hair just perfect. KP says wieners.
Wieners! Hi.
Hey!
Hey,
anytime I think about wieners, I can think about Costco. I don't know why.
I'm gonna go ahead and send I'm gonna invite KP to join us because KP is going to be doing a Circus of Sin soon. And so KP, do you want to join us?
Yeah, put them up. Let me want to cover this last story and then we do a KP?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, cool. And so the last story is a big one to me, and is about some of the stuff we were talking about earlier. But Russia and China hacking in our current election. So this is a big headline that came out from the New York Times last week, and basically they found some evidence of like them hacking the election and trying to suppress the vote. Both of these countries doing weird things on both sides of the campaign. And so I don't know about y'all, but it's very interesting that we have so much interference. And then you also have to think like, this might not be something new. This is the thing that came in my brain. This might not be something new. This might be something that has always happened and we're just finding out about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we weren't able to be as manipulated on a mass scale before Facebook.
Before MySpace,
media has been manipulative to a level for sure. But like in terms of like hacking elections, I mean that really seems to have come more with the advent of technology, you know, social media. But like, yeah, China was, from what I read from the article you sent me, China was trying to hack Biden's staffers' emails, personal emails.
Yeah, it's called a phishing attack.
Unsuccessfully, but
I accidentally clicked on somebody sent me an email, and I recognized the name, so I clicked it open, and it said, "Here, I should have sent this to you sooner." And that's all the message said. I should have sent you this picture sooner. And I was in the process of collecting photos for promotion for the San Jose Poetry Festival. And so I click on the link, and it goes to some weird website. And I'm like, oh, no. This is on my phone. So I immediately cut Wi-Fi and data and then factory reset my phone. And so for like 2 hours, like I just had no phone usage because I had to reset my phone at the worst possible time. Like I needed my phone then and there, but I also needed to not have any, hacking taking place.
Yeah, but that happens with my work all the time. Like, beware of those phishing attacks. They send you an email. It'll seem innocuous. It's like, hey, your Amazon order was messed up. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, I did order some stuff from Amazon. And you click on that link, and it's like, oh, shoot, my computer is taken over by scientists from another land. No, it messes with you. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, the emails I get are like, you bought this game from Apple, and it's like, I have a 7-year-old, so maybe she did buy a game somehow, so then you check it, and then like Apple's misspelled, and you're like, okay, this is not a real email.
But this hacking thing also got me to thinking, is like the generation that's older than us, like the 60s and 70-year-old people, like they have, I don't know, they have this very, like my mom has this very like sixth sense about stuff like that. Like she's like, oh, I'm not signing up for Cash App. They're going to come in and take all my money. And that has happened to people.
Yeah.
Like, people have gotten their Cash Apps hacked and all these other different things and fraud happening in one direction or another. Like I have all those services on my phone, but I don't have any money, so no one's trying to take mine. But like,
that's the solution. Stay poor
and no one will attack you.
Folks, KP and Stephanie are going to join us. You guys ready?
We ready. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
KP and Stephanie.
Hi, KP.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Is that a new animal from the shelter that you're trying to...
Yeah. I brought my work home with me.
That's what's up.
Stephanie is one of the honchos at the animal shelter on Monterey Road. If you guys want a doggy or a kitty or a bunny or a ostrich. Do you guys have ostriches?
Not yet.
They do have ducks.
We get a little bit of everything in.
Hi, KP.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, man.
Because my fave was someone pretending to be anonymous and blackmail me for Bitcoin. Oh man, Cynthia was trying to get hacked. They were trying to get her.
It was me. I'm sorry. I want all the coins, bit or otherwise.
Larry says, I've been getting texts that keep saying that my USPS package needs to be picked up with an invalid USPS tracking number.
Me too.
I keep getting text messages like that. I think that's a Russian hack for sure.
That is for sure.
Brian says that's no penguin. Uh-oh.
You're right. It's a duck.
Yeah.
Hi, a duck.
Oh, ducks.
That reminds me, like, are you Howard the Duck's cousin, Chauncey?
Well, I like the term Donald ducking it, where you wear a shirt and nothing else.
I feel like I've seen you Donald Duck it or Winnie the Pooh it a number of times.
Oh yeah, several times.
Yeah. Hey, do you Winnie the Pooh on a regular? Like, I feel like that's a style choice everybody should be using.
I mean, I'm
now,
doing it right now.
During COVID, what does it matter? You know, like wear what you got to wear.
No bra right now.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't worn a bra since at least 2019.
The best.
Yeah. Now, if people were to send me bras, I'd check them out.
Okay. Interesting.
He has a whole collection that are his.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt in my mind. KP and Stephanie, tell us about the old Circus of Sin. You're bringing it back.
Yeah, we are. Well, since the caravan has closed down and COVID has run amok, we had to close. I know we had to close it down for the safety of our crew, entertainers, and everyone else. And I'm really technically illiterate.
He is.
So I don't know how to do like this online thing that we're doing right now. This is very new to me. And Donald ducking in Hungarian is Donald.
Thank you, Patrick.
Anyways, yeah. Well, our anniversary is this month, and our 4th anniversary. So I really wanted to do a show, and with DJ Jared and I and the whole crew, we're gonna have a show on October 2nd. It's third, the first Saturday of October.
Let me check that.
That's what's up.
And yeah, it's we're trying to October 3rd. We're trying to figure out how to do this online thing. And thank you, Mike, for inviting us to.
Oh yeah.
So we could see how this works. And OBS is also. Is this OBS or?
No, this is StreamYard. StreamYard.com.
Okay. OBS and a couple others we're looking to. I don't want to do Zoom because they're very bootlicky.
You don't have to.
Yeah, and it's hard to control. Zoom is hard to control. Twitch might be a runner-up, but from what Mike had told me, there may be a bit control-y on the on the
nipples
censorship. Yeah,
nipples.
Yeah,
they say no to the nipples. No
nips, no lips.
Yeah.
Wait. Which service? Which the service you can't show nipples?
Twitch.
Oh. Why don't you guys do it on OnlyFans? Just do it for free on OnlyFans.
Well, people have to subscribe to go on there, and we want to provide a free show, just like how we always do it.
Yeah.
And just if someone tips us, that would be great. Tipping is how we get our monies.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, how many acts do you have lined up so far for October 2nd?
So far, it's
October 3rd.
October 3rd.
October 3rd. My bad.
It's his fault.
It is my fault. I gotta tell everyone that I've texted. I'm like, it's October 3rd.
That's my brother's birthday. I'll send him the link.
It'll be.
He will enjoy it.
Where is my phone?
You just wanted to show off your ass again.
What night is October 3rd? That's a
Saturday.
Saturday. Perfect.
Definitely. I mean, I wanted to ask you, like, I'm interested in getting a dog. Is there any fun, like, Boston Terriers that you guys have?
We do get them in. I don't think we have any at the moment. We just shipped out, I think, about 90 animals to Canada today.
Wow.
Mostly cats and kittens, and then
That's a
some
thing?
dogs. Yeah.
They don't have pets in Canada.
Yeah. Canadians love our animals down here for some reason.
Yeah, well,
They're
because
like,
we get
"Get
those
the
warm.
fuck out of there. We'll take them
Yeah, we get because
out of America."
we got the climate. We got the climate. Canadian pets only grow to about 60% of the size of ours. It's the same as their dollar exchange.
That is so interesting to me. Talk more about this Canadian transfer of pet rights.
I'm curious about what that tracking order looks like. Like your 60 cats have shipped, you know?
Well, we have a volunteer that actually drives throughout the night. So they left about 4 o'clock, I think. And then he's going to drive straight through until he gets to wherever in Canada that he's going.
Wow.
We should get there tomorrow morning.
And how old is that guy?
He's like 90.
90.
He could be 100. I don't know. He's old. Like,
And he just drives through the night delivering animals.
yeah.
One cat for every year of his
Are
life.
you guys sure this isn't Gargamel? Like taking
He's just stealing them.
like this sounds a lot like Gargamel.
He is kind of grumpy, but he owns a French bulldog.
Okay.
So that goes with him. Keeps him company, right in the front seat.
Yeah, I like Frenchies. Frenchies are beautiful dogs.
Yeah.
I want to point out that KP and Stephanie came by my house yesterday and dropped off and watched me eat a vegan chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah, from the Future chicken sandwich. It's a restaurant or something from LA, and they do pop-ups here in the Bay Area from time to time.
So good. Yeah, they did it. Was that Camino? That was Camino, right? Or was that? That was. Yeah, clandestine. Brewery.
Plant-based junk food, right?
Plant-based junk food, yeah.
They did
So good.
yesterday at 4.
Oh, are you going to?
I have one right now. I was gonna bring it to work
What?
and today, but holy
What?
shit! Like coleslaw and that's cold. It's in the fridge. It's not as good right now. I heat it up.
I love that you're eating right now. It looks delicious.
Vegan chicken sandwich.
Mhm.
There you go.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, he bought himself 2 extra yesterday.
How much were they? Just
They're
out of
like
curiosity.
$10, maybe.
Yeah.
Depends
But
on what you get.
It's a honkin' sandwich, though. That
Yeah.
thing is massive. Like I was stuffed by the time I
It
finished
was.
it.
I think it's as big as my head.
I ate mine. Okay, you clearly have no idea how big your head is. But
As big as your head.
No.
but seriously though, like they gave it to me. I didn't even reheat it. Like it was a little cold when I ate it, and it was perfect.
Ooh.
It was fine. And I bet if I had just taken the patty and put that in my toaster oven, it would have been even more perfect, which is a weird phrase. But yeah, it's so tasty. And I mean, like, I really want to be vegan. I really do. But I have a really hard time saying no to cheese. Like I would be a bad vegan.
That's me. That would be me.
Yeah, that diet cheese is garbage. I don't care what anybody says.
It's
I
not
worked
great.
at Whole Foods when that diet cheese came out, and we used to have to make pizzas with it. And I'm telling you, it's hot garbage. Hot garbage. Hot garbage.
Atu,
That's weird.
Atu, how do you feel about it though, Atu? That's what I want to know.
Remember the manufacturer and maker of diet cheese? Just remember the vegans are only getting it because it barely tastes like what it's supposed to taste like.
In the tarot cards.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, look at my face.
Oh, that's what's
Yeah.
up.
Oh, baby.
Oh, look, I can make it just them. So what should we expect at the next Circus of Sin on October 3rd?
Yeah.
The basic little lewdness, rudeness, probably
Attitudeness.
the goodness of our butts. We have about 14 performers going on. A lot of them are I think most of them will be performing, or recording themselves and then sending us a video of that performance. I know one is in Ontario, Canada right now. So they'll be doing that. They're not going to fly all the way here and perform, but like, yeah, they're really amazing performers, and I can't wait to share them to you guys.
I'm excited about it, dude. I can't wait. I'm definitely going to send a link to my brother for his birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Big surprise for him.
Our dub.
You were going to say something?
Oh, no, you can.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know if you guys would be interested, but you know how Milena always would make our posters?
Yeah.
And we haven't had a show. So she actually started making tarot cards for Bay Area artists
And people.
Yeah, and people. And I just thought maybe I would share the one because it's the Caravans for Lovers. So there you go. Can you guys see it?
Oh yeah, that one's cute. I already saw that. I saw you guys post that. That's really cute.
And see, there's Rachel.
Yeah. That's the only way. That's the only way to do that. That's the only way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How do I get these tarot cards? Did she do all this work?
There's a couple other few slots that are empty.
Yeah.
Right now.
You just go to Spanish for Ocean on Instagram, and there's a link in her bio that will show you what cards are left. And I think it's like $50. And it's paying for her to make the card, a tarot card for you.
And then she'll give you a deck once she's done, I think. Is that?
I think that's the next step up.
Okay. I don't know.
So, like,
just go to the website. Spanish for Ocean.
I don't pay attention to things. Sorry.
What's her?
If she texts pictures of the card, is she sending you a deck pic? Get it? Hey-oh. So I'm going to assume that folks can get more information about said Circus of Sin from your Facebook page. Is that correct?
Yes, from our Facebook page and our Instagram. We will release information soon. We still don't. We're still scrambling because this is super last minute. But
you put it up on the website too.
Oh yeah, the website circusofsin.com.
Oh, well, why don't I just put that out? Circus.
We're legit. We got a website.
I accidentally typed Circus of Sun.
Yeah. Well,
kind of funny.
You know what's weird? That in the tarot card thing, I am the sun.
I feel bad for you right now for some reason there, Katie.
I feel bad for me.
Well,
I deal with this all the time, especially more now because of COVID.
I wonder though, is it easier to deal with that or because I have
pointing to Atu or
no, I was just pointing to my pretend KP. All I got is my cat, but she's not around here somewhere. So circusofsin.com, scrolling on the bottom there. Oh, we got a couple of comments here. What do they say? Cynthia says, fun fact, post office used to ship kids and babies. Oh, that's true.
Whoa.
That is true. That is true. And I do want to remind everyone, in case they missed it, Donald ducking in Hungarian is Donald Khazashish. Chad Harris says, fun fact, USPS still sends livestock in the mail. And there's the link. Yeah. Just touch your screen and click on
just in case you want to.
Now it all arrives dead.
Yeah.
In the post office for 3 weeks.
Yeah, there you go. That's a whole nother. How do they sort that mail? I don't know.
Like, this cow's going to Reno.
Well, with the USPS slowdown, I don't know if you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys talked about it already. Would livestock be still?
They've been finding them dead.
Fuck.
Right. Yeah, so it's like boxes of chickens, like chicks and stuff. And, other animals that get shipped, like bugs, spiders, crickets. They're just dying. It's really sad.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, sorry, I just like brought everything down.
No. There's just nothing but deep concern in my heart for all of those poor critters.
Poor critters. Oh my gosh. Mondo should be joining us any moment. He said 9 o'clock.
Late. He's later than I am.
Ow. What was that? He's also but he's also at a birthday party right now too. He's like, can I do it from here? I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Mondo, if you're watching,
party.
Mondo, are you wearing a mask?
What happened to Mike?
I don't know. He vanished.
That was weird.
He's like the wind. Through my tree.
Oh, Otto is an airbender, by the way. If you haven't seen, have you been watching? I know that I watched the resurgence of what is that show called? Your favorite? The Legend of Korra.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I love that show.
That show, I didn't know it ever existed because I don't watch Nickelodeon, but it came on the thing, and then I watched it, and I was like, "Yo, The Legend of Korra is better than The Last Airbender." Like,
how can you say that? That is not cool.
It's true. It is better.
I like them differently. They have different
Legend of
stories,
Korra.
you know.
Make the movie. That would be even better.
Even better.
You are a genius.
Hi, Julie.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi,
Oh
Julie.
my gosh.
Hi, Julie.
Cynthia is rewatching Korra now.
Nice. Season 3.
Yeah.
Good season. It's a good season. Zahir is from season 3. The bad guy there, the bald guy. He's voiced by Henry Rollins.
Nice.
Oh, that's right.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love Henry Rollins. What is this nerdily?
What is this nerdery?
Nerdily.
Vincent.
Vincent, you don't know anything, all right?
Karaoke.
I will tell you right now, you don't know nothing about nerdery.
Yeah.
I like the fact that
You're the only one not wearing glasses.
no offense, Vincent, but it takes one to know one, nerd.
Nice glasses, Vincent.
Julie LaRoche says hi. Cynthia says, I would say different. Avatar 1 episode is my favorite.
They don't have Julie, so you can't do the thing on Avatar.
Yes,
One.
Zahir, such a good villain.
Yay, join the club.
Yeah, we all have glasses now.
You're one of them.
Yeah, but you are a liar.
I'm actually wearing contacts.
There was
Oh,
a
are you?
time in the 90s where guys were wearing glasses just to be having, like, people would have like glasses with no lenses
Prescription?
on them, and
Yeah, I hated that.
Same thing. And suspenders. But same thing, Atu, same thing with women's fashion in like 2008, 2009, 2000 to 2013. So I knew so many girls who would wear glasses that had no lenses in them. And I was like, what's the point? And they're like, it looks good. And I'm like, you know what? Like, how often do you see me without glasses?
Women's fashion, though. We do need to solve a problem with women's fashion.
Okay, Atu, fix it, patriarchy. Atu.
I'm a black man. I'm gonna fix all the problems. Okay.
Okay.
All of them. Anyway, this is the problem you need to fix. And I'm sorry, women, but you need pockets.
But you're preaching to the choir, Atu. They know this.
Yeah.
Pockets. Why? Why make pants without 4 pockets?
Julie says that she never wore hers.
Yeah.
Why?
Late 2000s, early 2010s, yeah.
The glasses with no lenses. Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister Danielle could answer these questions. She's a curator at the Skirball Museum in Los Angeles.
Wow.
She knows about all the clothes. She uses the word iteration a lot. It's very important. It's very
So like things are a derivative of a thing. Is that what iteration means?
Yes. She starts talking and I'm like, oh my God, my sister is so fucking smart. I will never keep up with her, but then proud also.
That's why I worked very hard to be the smartest person in my family. So that way, I would only have to be proud of myself.
There's too many smart people in my family.
Wish I was smart.
No, you're smart enough, KP. Don't worry, you got it, baby.
You know,
Smart enough to get someone in your life who's smarter than you. You know what I'm saying?
True. Don't tell her that she's smarter than me.
Oh, I won't. I would never say that in front of her.
Before we ever get pants with
Yeah, that's very true. But see, I also feel like that's
I'd like a dress with pockets.
it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? It's kind of like it's like you say you want pants with pockets, so but then why doesn't it happen? You know what I mean? I think it's that fashion thing where pockets are just not fashionable, and that people would rather look cool than be utilitarian. You know, and so
Cargo pants, I guess.
yeah, but no, I don't know. I know maybe 2 women who might wear cargo pants, and that's just because they can't take them off. You know, like they're stuck. Oh, it is. It's 9:10.
Cargo pants aren't the best option, but
my $1 million idea was the bra kit, which was a bra with a pocket for your ID and your phone and your lipstick and shit.
Where do you put your shit? Bra pocket.
Better copyright that idea right now because
It's a thing already.
is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's a big problem.
Yeah.
I told you she's smarter than me.
Yeah.
Phones and boob sweat.
boob,
Yeah.
Figured
cell
out.
phones and boob sweat. They don't mix.
Cell phones and boob sweat.
Still in the planning stages. There's technical issues right now,
And
so I'll let you guys know.
Lobbyist hard.
But everybody knows that pockets are a tool of the patriarchy. If we have our hands full, we can't punch you in the face. That's why pockets are women's clothing.
you know, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and invite Cynthia to just join, just get in on this. I think because we don't have a Mondo, and so I feel like she's bringing a lot to the chat. So let's just bring her into this.
Let's do it.
Go check your Facebook Messenger. There's Cynthia, because I'm about to send you the link to join. Just click on the link, and then I'll let you into the broadcast. Boom.
So that's the best thing about the show. We can just kind of invite people to join us. And it's good.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
StreamYard's dope. So if anyone wants to pitch in, this costs it's $25 a month. But yeah, it's worth it. Well worth it. Because I think we can have up to 10 people on screen, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what it says.
Oh, she said, "Give me 5 minutes." She's in the middle of something.
Good.
So Chad Harris says, or lazy, my shorts only have 2 working pockets out of 4, but the shorts are fucking comfy.
There you go.
Fair enough.
It's true.
There you go.
Letting the hair down.
Brocket equals normal bra for me. Growing up in a household of only women, like I was envious of the fact that they had a bra, that they had a place where they could go without pockets. You know, like
a place where you just keep your gun where no one would frisk you.
Because then I would, if I had a bra that I could wear, I guess I could just wear like a sports bra.
Oh yeah, but Bev has big boobs.
I could wear a sports bra and then Donald Duck it, you know.
True.
And that way I could carry all my stuff, because I like to think of it as like it's like a fanny pack, but it's holding much more than your fanny. You know, that's kind of really what a bra is.
The American fanny or the British fanny?
Both.
Good question.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That sounds like the question of life. American fanny or British fanny? Oh, why choose? Why choose? I tell you. What's everybody loving right now on the old Netflix and Hulu and streaming, aside from Korra?
I just watched this good show on Netflix. I streamed the whole thing, all of it, today. I watched all of it from start to finish.
What was it?
I started in the morning and I completed it somewhere in the afternoon.
And its title is
Woke.
Woke. Yeah.
Oh, with Lamorne Morris.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that guy.
Yeah.
From New Girl. Awesome.
River, yes, of course. September 26th. You want to be our musical guest on September 26th? I'll book people on the show. I'll do it on the show.
Book it on the show.
On the show, during the show.
Bam.
Yeah, Woke.
Bam.
Woke, I read the reviews about Woke, and I really want to see it. It just dropped on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So it's the personal experiences of a black comic in San Francisco who realizes the inherent racism of liberals, and cartoon characters from his work start appearing, right?
Yeah.
In real life. Is that the gist of it? It looked fascinating.
Yeah, I think that's like part of it, but then like at some point, yeah, it's interesting, but like it is part of it, and I think it also talks about like people's trauma and stuff, and there's like some good spots. I like it because it's in that realm of like if you're just a black person existing in society, like this is kind of what your experience can be like, and then I really like this one part where he had an incident with a police officer, and then he had a chance to talk with that police officer face to face, and that whole conversation was like really good. How they did it was really good. So I like it because so I really like it.
Cool. Check it out. I've been watching Boys.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia.
And I feel like the uninvited house guest.
You're welcome. Come on in.
And there are only 3 people that live here, and then everybody else is a guest.
But Mike, I love how you were such a gentleman, because I literally messaged you like, "Give me 5 minutes. I'm eating fried chicken," and then he's just like, "She's busy right now. Like I'm not." I just your stereotypes for her.
I just didn't want to be that white dude. You know what I mean?
It was some good chicken though.
I gotta say, it's the only meat I miss. The only meat that I miss is chicken, because chicken is the best meat there is. It's so good.
Lamb.
You miss what?
Oh,
Lamb.
That's because you're not looking hard enough. Okay, I'm just saying. KP. No, you miss clam. Is that what you said?
No, lamb.
Lamb. I heard clam. I was like, no one ever says it in the singular. Like that. Like I really miss clam.
I love it.
No, I've been on a health binge the past couple weeks or so. Like I've been eating so many salads and vegetables, and then today I was like, I just need some chicken. But it's been kind of nice because I feel like I'm like resetting my body, and like some of like the food belly's finally going down and shit. And stuff. Wait, this is a PG show, right? I don't.
No, fuck no.
Okay,
I said fuck earlier. I'm pretty sure I said fuck earlier.
You've
heard me say the word fuck before. I've said it in front of other people.
Who do you think taught Atu how to curse?
He's the kid at school teaching all the other kids how to cuss.
Hi, baby.
Says dad with pride.
Chad Harris, I learned from my dad.
Chad Harris says he did a Shameless marathon last week on Netflix. I've watched I think the pilot, and that's it. But they've got like 11 seasons or something, don't they? They've been on for a while.
Yeah.
And everyone I've talked to who watches it regularly says it's still really good. Like even in like season 11, it's still really good.
It's like the Simpsons, brother. It's like live. To me, that's what it feels like.
It's like what?
It's like the live version of the Simpsons.
Gotcha.
In a way, like a real like if the Simpsons lived in the real world, this is what their family would be like.
They do still do the Bart strangulation thing on screen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shameless does, right?
Oh.
No, it's like a drunk dad and then his derelict children like fending for themselves kind of situation. I don't know. I meant to say like it's watchable like The Simpsons. I didn't mean to say like it's actually like The Simpsons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is that
there's enough going on where you can't get bored, if that makes any sense. There's like layers to it, and then titties.
Well, you gotta watch it for
right?
titties.
Yeah, there's like social stuff going on. There's funny stuff. There's like, different types of relationships. There's like baby moms and dads and like LGBTQ issues and red hair. It has all this stuff.
That's all the issues. No, do you ever find, funny question. So I think I used to love Family Guy, but then not that I don't still enjoy it, but like I can't laugh at like half of the jokes anymore. Because like there was that one episode where Peter was at a party and he like laid down at a teenage girl, then he straight up said it's like it's a fucking joke, it's a cartoon, and I don't know, like how do you guys feel like back to the whole Simpson thing where like he strangled his son bar, like in real life that wouldn't fly, but like in the show it's like funny and it's just like I don't know, I'm just spitballing.
I think we've outgrown certain humor stuff. You know what I mean? I think as a society, we've kind of stuff that we found funny 10 years ago, we don't find funny, for obvious reasons. You know what I mean?
It was funny when the Simpsons or South Park did it. Now with like Family Guy, it's just not funny.
With the times, we gotta humor is fluid, I guess, and shit that was funny back.
Who's playing with their microphone? Cut it out.
Is that you?
No, I'm trying to turn the light on.
It's very loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just like it sounds like Grandpa is trying to figure out how to get on Zoom.
I didn't realize the microphone was right beside the camera. That's weird.
Yeah, that was hilarious back then. Really won't fly now. Like if you watch a lot of the Eddie Murphy stand-ups.
Yeah.
What about it?
Eddie Murphy.
Like shit was hilarious back then, and now
it's
cringy.
It's kind of untouchable.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's the thing: what you laugh at behind closed doors is different from what you're going to laugh at in public. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it's always going to be. I will always, always, always laugh at bathroom humor. Always. I think I cannot control it. But I think what changes, and also because everybody deals with going to the bathroom, right? Everyone deals with piss and shit and what have you, and whatever comes out of those holes.
Yeah, fart jokes are always funny.
Now, when I was in 7th grade and 8th grade and 9th grade, up until about then, and then I think I feel like I started maturing a lot more and a lot quicker, was that the and I think we got a Mondo joining us too. The thing for me, everyone welcome Mondo. He's at a party right now. It's very loud.
Oh, that's
Mondo.
I'll find it.
Hi, Rachel. Hi, Altu. I'm Mike.
Hi. We also got KP, Stephanie, and
Oh,
Cynthia.
KP!
Oh my God.
Oh, that is drunk Mondo.
Hi, Stephanie.
Mondo.
I'm really drunk right now. I'm sorry.
What? No.
I apologize.
Yes, I'm drinking, guys.
All right.
I'm so glad to see all your faces.
Okay, so here's the deal, Mondo, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mike.
Okay, so here's the deal. We were going to interview you about the music in San Jose, but now is not the time to be doing it, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to have you on in 2 weeks when you're not at a party and obliterated.
Okay.
But right now,
I'm so sorry for double booking.
No, it's fine. Oh, we love you. But this is a great opportunity for us to just be able to say what's up and tell you how much we love and miss you. And
that's Cynthia.
What a caravan moment this feels like.
Yes.
This is the most.
Hey, wait. Everyone say hi to Rachel, Mike, and Altu.
Hi.
They could not care less.
Domino!
It looks like a great party. A lot of people with no shirts on.
Hi guys, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Not very social distancing of you, Mondo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mondo.
Put
Mondo,
your
get
protective
tested
gear on.
tomorrow.
I'm trying to put you up to my ear so I can hear you.
It's okay. Don't
What?
worry about it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We love you.
Should I exit?
Well, no,
This is what happens when your friend comes over to your house for dinner late.
it's up to you, Mondo. It's entirely up to you. If you want to stay, you can. We might need to mute you.
Okay, mute me, please. Yeah, because there's a lot of background noise going on here.
That's true. Okay, so if you can still hear me, Mondo, seriously, call Valley Med tomorrow. Schedule a test.
So I went to get a COVID test. It's an open, and they do like you get tested.
Okay,
15,
it's getting pretty loud over here, guys.
15, 20 minutes later, you get your test results.
Mondo, we'll see you. Hold on a second, KP. Mondo, we'll see you next time. All right. The next one is September 26th. All right. We'll have you on the 26th.
Give it up, Mondo, everybody.
We love you, Mondo.
I love you too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
There's the laugh.
Oh my God, he was so delightfully inebriated. Oh my gosh, the whole time he's there, I was worried that somebody was going to sneeze. You know, like I'm just like that is a rager when like your biggest concern is not how much coke people are doing in the bathroom, but how much coronavirus is in the air.
Yeah.
At least they're outdoors. They say it's okay if you're outdoors at a party.
Right. Sure. Who says that? I think Trump said that, Atu. He also looked at the sun too. So don't get medical advice from a guy who thinks Mussolini was a good idea.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, like outdoors is generally safe, but it really depends on like the density. So like if you're spread out in like a wide space with like people, like it's fine. But if you're like in close proximity to each other, like I don't know, it's not as good.
Especially without masks.
Yeah.
Like what River said.
Yeah.
I mean, in general, like the viral load is a lot lower in the air because it's like just diffuses when you breathe out. So like even if you get hit with viral particles, like you need to have like X amount to actually get infected. But there's a lot of air. But like if you're like right here like this, then yeah, you're guys. Like,
well, plus outside air right now is all fucking jacked up.
Exactly. That's why I don't even go outside because it's just like the air is just toxic. It's just toxic, full of plagues, viruses, and right now smoke. Like you're just looking to die. Like the sky gods are not happy. Like this is nature attacking us. That's what 2020 is. Like revenge.
Is this happening right now with Mark Wahlberg? Like, fuck.
That happened.
Whenever I think about Mark Wahlberg, I think about like every white savior movie ever. Like, give me like any movie at all, and I could just describe it perfectly. Like I saw like this. It was apparently like a movie about the pandemic that came out a few months ago, which people were like, "Oh, this is so timely for nowadays." I'm like, let me guess. Average Joe Blow discovers that the government is hiding a conspiracy about the pandemic, and he himself, with no special skills or talent or anything, somehow blows the lid on this entire conspiracy, saves the day, gets a girl who's way out of actually there's no such thing as leave, but like gets a really, really beautiful girl that he barely knows, sleep with her, make her fall in love with him, reveals his deepest childhood traumas, and kind of sort of saves them from the virus by meeting that one odd scientist that they should have listened to, but they didn't, but who has a cure in 1 week. That is every single, like, just give me any movie.
Yes. Yeah. That is an accurate synopsis of any film that features a bumbling white dude.
National Treasure 5.
I mean, no offense to white guys, it's just that like
no, it's fine.
I so many movies where I'm just like, how like you have no skill set. Like you are or like they are like, you know, maybe they have a skill, but I'm like, this is like you just got hit by a car. This is it. The physics don't apply. Like what? How are you saving all these people? But like.
No, like what was that movie? Tornado. There was a tornado movie with Bill Paxton and somebody.
Twister.
There you go.
And Helen
That
Hunt.
movie was annoying. That movie was very annoying.
I never got, like, when I was a kid, I thought the things that they threw in the air, the little balls, would stop the tornadoes because I was a fucking kid. And then later on in my adulthood, I'm like, wait, what the fuck were they doing? Why would they do that? Like,
They were studying the tornadoes.
well, yeah, but why would they throw like aluminum balls in the air for the tornadoes to pick up? I mean, like once a tornado dies, it's just gonna drop them.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a moment when somebody like gets an award and they go up to accept their speech, or do an acceptance speech, and they're like holding the award and they're like, "I'd like to thank privilege." I guess that's it, you know. You know, and then just walk off the stage, you know, and no one claps, you know.
I hope it's the next one Tom Cruise gets.
You know, it sounds like
Tom Cruise has never gotten an Oscar.
Ricky Gervais would
never will
fucking say.
I don't know. You know, I gotta say, like, and this is definitely a white dude movie, but the movie Magnolia by Paul Thomas Anderson.
God, yeah.
Tom Cruise is pretty good in that. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty good. But it's a drama. You know what I mean? It's a drama. Like he's not running around like pulling off masks and hanging from wires. You know.
I will say though, my favorite white dude not getting an Oscar moment was Leonardo DiCaprio, because every single year it was like the different memes. Like,
oh yeah.
How did you picture?
Here's my impersonation of the camera. This is my impersonation of the camera on him when he realizes he's just lost. Just that sigh of like, I lost again.
And there was all those hashtags about like give Leo an Oscar, and you know he had to like pretend like he didn't see them, because then it would just be kind of like a self-congratulatory thing. Like you have to kind of fake being humble. But I'm sure like when he finally won the Oscar, in his head it's just like finally hashtag worked. But it took him like going to, what was it, like the fucking Alaska movie with him fighting like a
The Revenant.
It took him like starving alone with like a wolf, and then just like, all right, this guy he's like he's like a sinking ship with an iceberg. He's like fought off some. Like he just, at this point, like we should just give it to him.
Tom Hanks do that movie, but on an island.
I love that one.
Yeah.
The one
Shutter
with
Island.
No, you're talking about Tom Hanks on
like Wilson.
Castaway.
Castaway. Yeah.
There you go.
Tom Hanks and a volleyball.
I knew Tom Hanks. Leonardo DiCaprio was going to win the Oscars that year because, like, there's a scene in The Revenant where he just, like, I think it's the last scene. He's crippled and he just looks straight into the camera and cries a single tear. I'm like, oh, that's for the Academy right there.
Academy
I think I am happy though. At least men are allowed to shed tears. Just like maximum 5 though on screen. We can't be bawling out first, or else that's not masculine yet. But at least like we're in progress, you know. Like
that's how Denzel Washington got him too. Remember Glory?
Oh, and then he was
quivering lip. Man, boom.
That'll do it. Okay, folks, now it's time. Since it's kind of been the last half hour of the show here, I wanted to put up, now it's time for Dear Mighty. We can continue the conversation, but now it's time for anyone in the chat to drop a question, and we will offer you our advice on any topic. Everyone here, everyone a part of the show, this evening is free to offer up advice. And so go ahead and type in any question you might have, or you can send a private message to me on Facebook, and I will ask the question anonymously. We will offer up your advice to you anonymously. So if you have anything you'd like our advice on, please throw it in the chat. I also want to thank Atu Walker for sending me $15 on Venmo to help cover the cost of StreamYard. It's $25 a month. You can you guys are awesome. If you guys are able to keep this show alive, it's only $25 a month. That's not too bad.
Hey, Mike, you should put your Venmo on the little scrolly thing.
Yeah. On the scrollies. I'm gonna put it on the scrollies. I got to type one up. Hold on a second. But yeah. So what were we just talking about? I wanted to tell a story because I noticed River Black was posted that he's been on a Fargo kick. Has anybody watched Fargo? Has anybody?
What's that?
I saw the first season. It was great.
I was doing a show in Calgary. I was staying at a hotel, and in the lobby, like as soon as I got to the hotel, I got out of the car, and a woman came up to me, and she was wearing like a headset, and she had all black on, and she was clearly part of some sort of tech crew. And she goes, "Sir, I'm gonna walk you to the front desk so you can check in." I was like, "Okay." This is weird. I've never been accompanied, by someone. And I get to the front desk, and she's like, "Okay, you're okay here. Somebody else is going to come and help you to your room." I was like, "Okay." So I check in, and then sure enough, another PA comes up, and I realize that there's a film set going on inside the lobby of this hotel that I'm staying at in Calgary. And I'm like, "Oh, what are they filming?" They're like, "Oh, they're filming Fargo." And I said, "Fargo, like the movie?" And they're like, "Yeah, I guess they're doing a TV show version for FX." And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And I get in the elevator, and there's another PA in the elevator, and they're all just making sure that I go to my room and that I don't disturb the set. And so I get in the elevator, and I turn around, and as soon as I turn around, I'm in front of me, 10 feet away from me, is Billy Bob Thornton and the director for that episode. And I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Billy Bob Thornton's going to be in the new Fargo. That's cool." And but I've still never seen it. So
and now you have to sign an NDA.
Yeah,
it's really good. They really stick to how the movie was, where it was like these weird stories from the what I like to call the deep north of America.
Yeah.
Because we don't know anything about Montana or like Indiana. I don't know I don't know what it's like to live in Indiana. I know some people from there. I used to have some friends from Indiana, but I don't really know what life is like. So it's kind of fun to watch that kind of Winter Soldier kind of shit.
Yeah. So we have no advice. Let's see. Brian Sisko says the advice in the last show was great. So definitely ask your questions. Yes, thank you, Brian.
Ask questions, please.
Yeah. Wait. Cynthia, do you need any advice? While we're waiting for others to ask, do you need any advice on anything?
I need someone's help. I don't know where to start. How do you deal with the fact that the sky is no longer blue? What do you tell? What do I tell my cat? I don't.
I mean, it's getting bluer each day.
Well, it's getting grayer than bluer, but
yeah.
I just looked at the air quality right now in San Jose, in my little part of the area.
Your enclave.
Yeah, it's unhealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up in Los Angeles County in the 90s, and I haven't been shocked because we used to have this smog,
gnarly.
It was thick, B.
Gnarly.
Everybody I knew had asthma. Everybody I knew had asthma in the 90s. Everybody had an inhaler. You know, like I got bronchitis twice a year, every year. Like
that's where I'm at right now. Like my throat is like every time I step outside, sometimes I'm like my throat gets really sore, and then like it just I don't know, it gets like a little bit harder to breathe the more I'm outside. But like I remember in Oklahoma, I lived in a small big town, and at night I used to literally go sit on my mailbox and I used to just look at all the stars because the air was pretty good. And then when I came to California, I'm like, oh, there's not as many stars. How good is this air? And then now I'm like, I just can see the moon if I'm lucky. Like that's it. Like that's what, but no, I don't even see it because I'm inside because the air is toxic. I guess my other advice, I don't know if you guys probably have you guys have been doing this for a long time. How do you grow your audience and establish that connection?
You have to be absolutely unafraid to, like, if you believe in what it is you're doing, you have to be absolutely unafraid to tell others. You have to be willing to say, you know, because look at the fact that we can all sit here and talk about a show like Fargo or Shameless or Cora. We can talk about woke. We can talk about all these topics, and we all have some sort of connection to it. You know, even though like I'm an older white dude, Atu is a much older black dude. You know, Rachel's a mom. I am not a mom by any means. Cynthia, you are not a mom. You know, but we all have these connections, and so it's understanding that your audience is going to be as varied as you are. You know, there's that you can reach out to people who you might not think would be interested in what it is you're doing, and you'll be surprised at the type of return you get. Look at like Circus of Sin, right? The audience for Circus of Sin it's not a group of the exact same people. You know, it is one of the biggest varieties you could possibly ask for in San Jose. You know, and so I think for your show, it's a matter of going, you know, scouring and researching and seeing like where are the crowds, where are people, you know, and then offering up sort of your services so that you get a window to be able to say, by the way, I run a show. It's called this. Here's the info, you know, and putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to get in them DMs.
For Facebook, advertise your show in the groups like San Jose Downtown Dwellers. You're reaching 3,000 people at once.
5,000.
You know what I mean? Bay Area Comedy Net. You're reaching all these groups.
Rachel, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Better.
Am I shouting? I'm sorry. I don't talk to anybody anymore, so I know I'm super loud. Sorry, but like yeah, so. When you advertise a show, you know, each Facebook group page or whatever, you can hit thousands of people at once.
Yeah.
If you're advertising the right spot. And the return back in the day when we had to advertise shows, you know, you had to like flyer. You had to like walk around and flyer. The return on flyering was 3%. The return on advertising for shows online on Facebook and stuff is 10%. So it's a much bigger margin. And especially because you're doing, at the moment, online content, you have a captive audience. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's watching shit on their devices right now. Nobody can go anywhere.
People are more willing to jump onto a show, to watch a show online at the last minute, too. And so it's really, you know, we've had a pretty steady stream of people watching this all night. We've never dropped below, like, several people at a time. So, it is.
I'm more quiet than everybody.
I can answer your question too, Cynthia. I think also too, like with the DM thing, but also text messaging. Like if you know that you have I know there's apps for that, but people text message stuff out. Sometimes when I was first starting to promote my shows for the Britannia Arms. All my advertising back then was on text messages, and I had like, and this is before Facebook. This is pre-Facebook, you know, or maybe like right when Facebook came out. But back then it was just like all text messaging. Like I remember I text messaged 1,000 people and had 200 people show up, and that's kind of what it took.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I've been thinking of moving to text. It's just like it's hard to manage all of that, and like there's just different people now, and there's just so much I want to do with the company, so I'm trying to take baby steps. But yeah, I've been sharing on different groups like South Bay, Displaced Comedians, like the Comedians Sharing Humor group. But like I wonder if sometimes it just gets lost in the void, right? Because like now there's a lot of people doing shows and it just gets and then I'm like, okay, what's my value proposition? I'm like, well, I always have diverse comedians. I have a heckle show. I make sure to like call people out in the chat and have that sort of inclusion. But I'm like,
how often is your show, Cynthia?
It's every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. But I think the other thing that hurt is that we took a couple hiatuses, so like that hurt a little bit. So we're trying to come back and rebuild.
This is the same show I did like back in April, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you've been doing it pretty consistently though since then, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, other than a couple breaks, but yeah.
I would consider, and you're on Zoom still?
Yeah, Zoom. I've been thinking of switching platforms because I've had issues with Zoom to Facebook streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it happens on random shows and it really cuts into my audience. So it's, yeah, I don't know. Restream looks like a cool option, but I don't know. But you guys said it has a limit of 10 people. So I was like, oh.
You're talking about using StreamYard? Yeah. It's got a limit of 10 people, but it's 10 people broadcasting out. So right now what you're watching, what people are watching on Facebook, we can also stream it simultaneously to Instagram, to Zoom, to Twitch. We can have it going to all the different channels we want. And what you would do is you would just schedule people to come on. So you can have up to 10 people on screen at the same time, but that's not your audience. And then all of your chat, like I have a window in StreamYard where all the chat comes in. So I can respond to people, but I don't have to deal with the audience face to face unless I bring them into the room. So you're only going to have one comedian on at a time. It's just the only problem is that you're not exactly going to see your audience. And that's probably what you want, is you want to be able to see your audience, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that the comedians need. We need to be able to see the audience and interact with folks and hear them. But that's a hard thing too, even with the Zoom shows. It's like a lot of comedians when you're on there, people are just muting because they're doing the same thing they do at work. Like, and then people have been doing Twitch too, but Twitch is also kind of a similar thing. Like, people are kind of like, well, I'm gonna just mute and sit here and laugh in my house, and you can't hear it. And then, we have to like try and convince people to like show their draws, basically.
Chad Harris, we are not on Twitch yet, but I have set up a Twitch account for us to start streaming this show on Twitch. I do think it would be a good idea for us to do so. In terms of Dear Mighty advice, I'm moving to Henderson, Nevada, says Vincent Acosta, by the end of the month. Anyone been there, and what should I expect? Expect to never need to wear a heavy jacket ever again. You will expect
to watch a lot of Cora.
A lot of Cora.
Let's see, Henderson, Nevada, elevation.
It's basically Vegas. It's like southeast.
Yeah. It's a suburb of Las Vegas. Yeah. I will say this: you're 17 miles from the Pinball Hall of Fame. It's one of the coolest little places there is. You definitely, Vincent, you've got to check out the Pinball Hall of Fame. It's not on the Strip. It's a little off the Strip. There are a lot of really cool places. What I would do is that because Vegas is you have at least two Las Vegases. You have I don't know what's going on in Henderson. It's a decent sized town because of Vegas, but I honestly believe that Henderson exists because Las Vegas exists. And Henderson is the result of people wanting to get away from the hustle and bustle of a tourist casino-laden region. And so Henderson is the sleepy suburb of Las Vegas.
So I looked it up on Google Maps, and I'm looking at Google Maps right now on Henderson, and they got a place in Henderson called Cowabunga Bay. I don't know about you. Don't know about you, But if I'm moving to Henderson, I'm at that place every week.
Every week.
Unless it's like Stockton.
They have
I
a
don't know
big
what's going on there.
Then you don't want to go.
library there.
Yeah, I don't know about Henderson, but I would say cheapest boxes are U-Haul. And then if you want free boxes, we used to do this when I was a kid because we moved so many times we were poor. Go to Walmart or Safeway or any of those stores at like midnight when they're restocking, or actually go just at 9 p.m. since like a lot of places have changed their hours, and ask them for free boxes from when they're unloading the produce.
Yeah, and sometimes you can even call the store ahead of time and say, I need boxes. Can you guys set your boxes aside? I'll come and pick them up. Tell me when the best time would be. And that they might actually do that for you. Rachel, you were about to say something.
Oh, I just was going to say that the Lion Habitat Ranch is a sanctuary for big cats.
Ooh.
Oh, you can Carol Baskin it up.
Then to the east, vast Lake Mead is dotted with marinas and set in a rocky landscape with valleys and trails.
We got Henderson, Nevada. We got Henderson, Nevada all figured out for you, buddy.
Yeah. I feel like I'm behind on white culture. Like I never finished the Tiger King show. Yeah,
Cynthia, I'm behind on white culture. Okay, there's so much of it. You know, liquor stores are supposed to be good for free boxes too. Thank you, Brian Cisco. Thank you for exposing yourself.
Oh, Costco too, dude.
Oh yeah, Costco's gonna have boxes galore.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Also, you can go on Craigslist or Nextdoor.com, and people will post like, "I got hella boxes for all you moving out," and people will hook you up. Do not buy boxes. Whatever you do, don't buy them. There's no need to buy them.
For new furniture, I don't know what your situation is, but like I think quite a few bits of my furniture actually from Craigslist, and there's also OfferUp, and there's like one other app I can't remember, but it's always cheaper to buy like a $40 like TV mount than like a $180 one from IKEA.
Nice. Well, I happen to know that Vincent is a huge karaoke fan. The guy asked me this question. So the 3 main karaoke bars.
Whatever is being destroyed in a house right now needs to stop.
It's Ollie. Eastern Poker Bar, Shakespeare's Grill and Pub, and the Rustic Lounge are all the karaoke bars in Henderson, Nevada.
There you go.
I know that's important to you.
Yeah.
Vincent.
Are they open though? Or actually, yeah, it's Nevada.
That heat killed the COVID, right?
I don't think they ever closed down. Like I think their governor was just like, nah.
No. The casinos did shut down. The casinos did shut
down. They opened back up like 2 weeks later, right? Or like really like way too soon.
Yeah, but they're still suffering. People are like, people are dumb, but I think there's a lot of older folks that live out there, and they're not as dumb except for who they vote for, and so they realize like, I'm not going to a casino, not anytime soon. Hell with that. It's like
my mom went out to Henderson, Nevada to campaign for President Obama in 2012.
Oh, I'm liking your mom. Just go, mom.
She's cool.
I think like basically what needs to start happening is every comedian, every karaoke musician, every karaoke person, or what do you karaoke? What's that?
BYOM?
Yeah, singers but not songwriters. No, I love karaoke. Don't get me wrong, but I mean like anybody who does karaoke is not necessarily, like it's you're just you might as well be in a car with friends singing along, like that's really what it is. You're just enjoying music that has nothing to do with you,
There are competitions called American Idol.
Yeah, there's also air guitar
millions of dollars.
there's also air guitar competitions.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That
So-
is a game show.
But what I was going to say,
I'm
what I was
bothered.
going to say though, is that I think the future of live performance, at least for a little while, is going to require everyone basically investing in their own microphones.
BYOM.
Bring your own mic. You know, you bring a mic, you can get on. You know, and maybe even your own cable.
I've been trying to figure out like sterilizing protocols for like karaoke or the comedy night, you know. And yeah, I mean,
Let me know. Let me know. This is like I got you. I got you.
What regarding what?
Oh, sir. I mean, I have a degree in biomedical engineering, and I've been like pretty up to date on COVID numbers and infection rates and sterilization procedures. So let me know if you need someone to help out in terms of like social distancing. I mean, they are actually like things you can buy that's like a mic cleaner that's like 70% alcohol, but also safe for a mic that you can use to sanitize. It's, you know, you can get like different boom covers. And I also heard that there's like UV sanitization box. So like you just put the mic in there and then you can swap it out for new one, which I think is probably the best.
Yeah,
the UV one.
Yeah.
Clever.
So I've been working on this stuff too, starting some new shows. So, like I'm really working on the same thing of just like, oh, what equipment do I need? Like, how do I ensure the safety of my guests while they come? Because I would never, yeah.
I just love watching Atu react to someone who like drops like so much knowledge in like 90 seconds, and the way Atu reacts is like an uncle watching his niece or nephew, not realizing that they're not 12 anymore. You know, like they have a degree now, you know, and maybe 2 or 3, you know, and Atu just being like adorable right now. Here, I gotta put this one.
I love black scientists. Like
hell yeah,
Wakanda.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, yo, peep this, peep what he's saying. Get on the level. Let's go.
Yeah. And I think I'm still a failure in the eyes of my mom because, like, I still don't have a master's yet.
Oh,
no.
Masters.
The joke is like I'm not allowed to date until I get a master's. But it's too late. I think at this point she's settling for me getting knocked up, and she just wants a grandbaby. That's what I'm trying to say.
I have the same rule with my mom too, and that's why I'm still a virgin. That's not true. I'm.
Hey, I want to tell you guys something real quick. My kid's been drawing here next to me, and he wishes he was hanging out in the caravan too. Apparently, drew a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
At least
He's coming up with his own brand. I don't know.
What's that one called?
That's called Maybe My Dad Should Have a Conversation with Me About This.
Yeah.
Is it called Old Crow?
Yeah.
Oh, Old Crow.
Oh. I miss all of you guys very much.
Miss you guys too.
I know. I want to make out with all of y'all when COVID is over.
Okay. Good to know.
I mean,
no, not everybody.
Right now.
Not everybody.
I said that to like all my coworkers too. It's just,
not
everybody.
Cares about boundaries at this point. Like,
JP and Stephanie have each other. They don't need anyone else to make out with. It's not fair. They haven't had a break. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
You can have him for a while. It's okay. I will share.
Aww.
There you go. Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you, Melanie.
Yeah, but
Yummy, Melanie.
Slide them DMs. Don't forget.
Does anybody have any final thoughts that they'd like to bust out before we go? Because it's almost 10. We got 2 minutes till 10. I figure we should try to end it right at 2 hours exactly.
That'd be perfect.
Take care of yourself. Chicken is good.
Yeah.
What is good?
Chicken.
Oh yeah. Chicken and kissing.
Wieners are good too. I've been out in a while though.
Same.
Okay. All right. On that note,
Somebody was asking me about where they're interested in Melly's art now. So he was asking me where to find more.
Can't hear you.
You guys can't hear me?
your volume is very low.
Yeah,
Hey. Sorry, I don't know what
It's
that is.
okay.
it's okay.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I did get a haircut. I cut my own hair. I've been doing it since 1997.
Woot for Post Street.
Yeah.
Melly's art now.
Well, yeah, Post Street got redistricted in San Jose as our LGBTQ
Can't
community.
hear you.
For that, that's how
Your volume is very low.
yeah, center area.
Sorry, I don't know.
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, I did get a haircut. I cut my own hair. I've been doing it since 1997.
How did we lose? Oh, somebody's watching it on Facebook right now on our screen. Turn off your volume. What are you doing? What is happening? I don't know. Who's watching it? Why are you watching it when you're on it?
I was replying to the comments. Okay, I was replying to the comments. I'm trying to interact with the audience, build the connection, you know.
I'm doing it through the chat right now.
That was dope. I like the delay though.
Yeah, but
You guys are funny.
but like I was so weird. And I was like, this is a weird deja vu moment. I feel like I just heard it. And then I'm not realizing that I left the volume up.
Oh, you guys are all so hilarious, and I love you all very much.
Love you too.
And
Thank you for everything. Thank you guys for coming out to the Mighty Late Show with Mike McGee, Rachel, Cynthia, Stephanie, and KP. It's been a beautiful night. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody in the chat. We really appreciate it. It really makes for a really great show. We hope our advice was good for you. If you're moving anywhere, but namely Henderson, Nevada, we are now experts on Henderson, Nevada. Thanks to you. Thank you, Vincent. Yes. Till next time. Till next time.
Next time.
It's good to see you all, and we'll see you September 26th is the next Mighty Late show right here on Facebook Live, and probably also on our Instagram, Mighty Late. Just follow us, Mighty Late. Just look for Mighty Late. You'll find us. We'll see you all next time.
See you next year.